guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a cooking edition, and for this meal that I'm preparing will be an Asian style salmon with Jamaican rice and beans and two bonus sides. So stay tuned for those two bonuses. So here I am cleaning my salmon, and I'm pretty much taking all the scales off. I'm making sure that it's nice and clean, scraping everything off. And for this, I'm going to speed up some of the pieces, but I'll definitely give you all the details. Alright guys, so I sped up most of the scaling of the fish, and here I'm towards the end of scaling my fish completely. And I'm just washing my knife, cleaning my hands so that I can come back and double check to make sure all my scales are gone. So, and here, this is the knife that I'm using. It's just a regular peeling knife. So you really don't need anything fancy in the kitchen to scale your fish. Just a regular peeling knife will do. And it does a wonderful job. There, all my scales are gone. Alright guys, so there I'm finished with the scaling, and I washed it off a little bit. That's not a real wash. I just washed it off to get a few the excess scale off, and now I am going to use the same knife, and I'm going to cut it in different my desired portion pieces. Now you can use the knife to cut it all the way through, but sometimes your knife might not cut all the way through to the skin. So if that doesn't work, here it doesn't work. So I'm going to get my kitchen scissors. Here I got my kitchen scissors, and this will help me to cut all the way through. So there you go. I have my nice desired pieces, and this salmon looks really amazing. It's freshly bought from the grocery store today, and so there you go. You just cut it in your desired pieces, and after you finish cutting it, after I'm done here, this is my last piece. I'm going to really wash my fish now, and what I'm doing is I'm adding some lemon juice to my wash, and that's the lemon juice. You can use fresh lemon juice or squeeze your lime, or you buy the real lime. And then here I'm adding salt to my wash. Salt is amazing, just a few drops of salt. The salt will help to penetrate your fish, not just salmon but any fish, okay? And here I am washing my fish, okay? There you go, just wash it and then drain the water. Make sure all the water is out. Then my next step, I'm going to pull my stuff out my cupboard. Here you have all of my seasoning. I'm adding some mushroom sauce. Mushroom sauce is definitely a nice sauce to have. It's better than soy sauce because it's not high in sodium. And here I'm adding some complete seasoning. There you see, and you can get this in most grocery stores. Okay, so that's the complete seasoning. And then I'm going to add a little bit of soy sauce, about a tablespoon of soy sauce for the flavoring and the sodium. And I'm adding some amazing adobo seasoning. A lot of Caribbean people, we like to use this seasoning on all of our meats. So that's the adobo seasoning. And then, so that when I add my fish to the baking tray, because I'm going to bake this salmon, I'm adding a little bit of virgin olive oil um, to the mixture so that it doesn't stick. Okay, so there you have it. Those are all my seasonings. And then I'm going to mix everything up, all of my seasoning. I'm gonna mix it all up, and I'm using this wooden spatula to get all of the Alright, so now that I'm done making sure that I spread all the seasoning evenly over my fish, I am covering it now with a piece of cellophane wrap, and I will leave this to marinate for about 45 minutes. Okay, so there you have it. I'm gonna let it soak. So now what I'm doing, I'm going to bake it in this foil tray and a baking tray. And so I'm adding a piece of foil because I like to have less to clean up after I'm done cooking. So I'm adding the foil as a protector over the baking dish for less cleanup at the end. And now I'm also going to add some of my virgin olive oil to the pan, just a little bit, to prevent it again from sticking to the foil. And then I'm going to now get my spatula, and I'm going to spread it, I'm going to brush it evenly over the foil. And again, this will prevent the fish from sticking to the foil. So after I'm done brushing it, I'm now going to add my fish to the baking tray. And I will be adding it, I will be adding each piece with the skin down. So yeah, so that part. Alright guys, so I am adding the fish to the baking tray, and as I said, you add your fish with the skin side down, and you definitely want to make sure that you lay them out properly. And after I'm finished adding all the pieces to the baking tray, I'm going to pour all the marinade over the fish because I don't want my fish to turn out dry. So here I'm adding the juice to it, and then I already preheat my oven. So I'm going to now add the fish to the oven. There you go, putting it in, and I am going to bake it for about 40 minutes. Here we are about to make our Jamaican rice and bean. Yes guys, and I'm cooking it in my rice cooker, and just follow the instruction on your rice cooker how to make your rice. It's basic instruction. You just power it on, make sure that your rice is the same amount as the water, and then you select the different types of rice on your rice cooker. So I am going to measure my rice in my bowl here. I'm going to measure the different cups that I'm going to be cooking. And then this is a parboiled rice that I'm making, and I'm going to add all of my rice to it. I'm making 3 cups. So with 3 cups, you will need 3 cups of water or liquid. So I'm going to wash my rice, and then after I wash it, I will add my beans and my seasoning. So here I'm washing it, and then after I'm done washing it, I drain off the water. Then I'm going to add my ingredients for the rice and beans. So here I have 1 can of dark red beans that I'm going to add to the rice, and I'm pouring everything in the rice. So 1 can will do. 1 can will definitely do for up to 6 or 7 cups of rice. It depends on how many beans you like in your rice. Some people like a lot of beans, and some people want as little amount of beans as possible. So there you have it, and I'm measuring to make sure I have the right amount of water. Looks like I'm going to need a little bit more, so I just pour some in the can to rinse out the residue from the beans into the pot. And then I'm going to also add the rest of the ingredients. Here I'm adding a tablespoon of brown sugar. That gives it a really nice flavor. Okay, I'm adding brown sugar. I'm just gonna set it inside of the cooker, and then I'm going to add all the other ingredients. Here I'm adding a little bit of adobo, and I don't normally measure my ingredients, but I will say about half of a teaspoon of adobo for this amount will work. And I am adding butter. Some people like to use coconut milk, but I mostly use butter in my rice because it's just less it's less fat. Coconut milk tend to be very fatty, and it spoils, your rice will spoil easily. So here I'm adding 2 tablespoons of my butter, and then I am also going to add a piece of chive that I'm going to clean, cut it, and then wash it. Always wash your ingredients, guys, before you add it to your food. So I'm cleaning it, cutting off the root, and then I'm going to cut it up nicely and add it to my rice. And then once I'm done adding that, I'm going to add a very small piece of thyme. You can use fresh thyme, or you can add dried thyme. I have fresh thyme there in my pack, but I'm just gonna go ahead and. So here I'm going to use the organic thyme, but you can also use dried ones if you like. But I will definitely use my organic thyme. All right. Alright guys, so my fish is done. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out of the oven. I'm gonna turn the oven off first. Guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friend and comment down below. There you have it. That's my final product. And my rice is almost done, so I'm gonna go ahead and plate this meal. And what you're going to see is Asian style salmon with Jamaican rice and bean. I also make the Jamaican salad and fried plantain. Let me know down below if you'd like to see a video on that. Thank you guys for watching. Love you. Bye.